What is going on, people? It's your boy Jamie Jackson. Today, I got to talk about Chelsea, the pursuit of Anthony Gordon, and how crazy this is becoming. Chelsea now are confident of signing Anthony Gordon from Everton for a fee of around 60 million, and Everton have got the audacity to ask for either Armando Broja or Conor Gallagher on loan. This is outrageous. I am praying that this deal does not go through. This is one of the most unnecessary, frivolous purchases I have ever seen Chelsea make, and we have had quite a few. We have bought Steve Sidwell and Scott Parker and Danny Drinkwater and players that we have not needed, and this might top the lot. It's not about it being a flop transfer. It's not about Anthony Gordon not being a very talented player with a huge potential, a very high ceiling. It's just so unnecessary, and something about the transfer just irks me. Like, it doesn't seem like he's even a Chelsea player. I don't know why. Maybe it's like getting Ross Barkley from Everton and that going so badly. And this just seems a bit similar, but for a much higher price tag. And with all the players that we need and all the reinforcements that we need to make and the players we should be signing, and how we're somehow just shy of the evaluation of Fofana, who I agree is priced way too high by Leicester. The fact that we're willing to go and spend 60 million on Anthony Gordon, and Leicester and Chelsea are 10 million shy of reaching an agreement for Fofana, it's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. You need to take that 60 million you were going to put on Anthony Gordon, give Leicester what they want at this point, because we need Fofana. Like, it's now ridiculous. And another game goes by without having this man in our squad. I feel like it's going to be curtains for us very soon. We're not going to get this season started and it's going to be too late. The fact that we're willing to spend this money on Anthony Gordon. I've seen him play. He looks fantastic. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like this is not about slagging off Anthony Gordon. Like, I think he's a very good player, and I think he's at the team that he needs to be at. And I feel like he needs to grow under that kind of team and see what he can achieve playing every game. He's not coming to Chelsea to play every game. There's no way Anthony Gordon walks into that team when you've got and Pulisic and Ziyech are looking at him like, sorry, what have you done? Like, this is absurd. Yeah, he's very direct, he's pacey, he's lightning, but this is just a slap in the face to some of the players, like this pursuit. And I think this is why some players are disgruntled. How can we be linked with Anthony Gordon for 60 mil and you've got Pulisic, Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi just there chilling? Like, sorry, how much? How much? It's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. The Fofana saga, resolve that now. Like, the Fofana thing needs to be sorted top of the priority at this point. Fofana and Aubameyang. Even Aubameyang, they're saying that we're shy of the margin there. They want 20 mil. I'm fed up of all these teams haggling Chelsea and us just like not willing to spend the money at this point, but we're willing to spend the money on players that we don't need. It's ridiculous. It's not about quantity. We've got to get the quality in. And Fofana and Aubameyang, I feel like, are the quality, that we need. I'm lost. I'm totally lost with this window. I got no idea. I made a video yesterday, sort of going through my confusion at our strategy and the players that we're pursuing and why. And I touched on the Anthony Gordon situation, but it seems like it's growing and it's looking like it's going to get finalised, and I'm lost. I'm lost with it. The identity of the player, it just doesn't really feel like someone we need. Am I being too harsh? I feel like we're all collectively being quite harsh, and Anthony Gordon is probably looking at some of the, the tweets and some of the commentary on this, like, wow, like, I'm not rated. And if it goes through, like, I hope he shuts me up, and I'll be the first to say, like, fair play. If he puts in a string of performances, I just can't see it. I can't see what he's adding to this team. Like, Callum Hudson-Odoi is direct as Anthony Gordon, like, with more experience. Like, just because you play Everton and you see Anthony Gordon turn up and give your defenders some trouble, doesn't mean you have to go and buy him. Like, he's playing well against a big team. Like, fair play. Everton are in the mud this year. Like, let's see how he performs this year. I don't think people are going to be knocking on his door next year. Like, Anthony Gordon, a player we must acquire. Put a tab on him this year, see how he performs over the season, and then let's address it next year. This is too early in this boy's career for him to get that big money move. There are players in the Premier League far more deserving. I don't know what Thomas Tuchel has seen in Anthony Gordon, like, that he's taken such a liking to him. I feel like it's almost as if the first game of the season, Todd Bowley's gone to Goodison Park or seen the game and saw the opposition and see Anthony Gordon have a good game and us struggle and think, we need that, we need him. And I feel like that is the logic behind this transfer. Like, I don't get it. I'm baffled. And maybe last year as well, like, he played well against us again. But I'm sorry, like, that does not mean we should go out and spend 60 M's on him. It doesn't. There are so many Premier League players, mate, that I would go for. This is ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Mate, Zaha. Put the money on Zaha at this point. Like, I feel like Zaha is so proven. Like, such a guarantee. Like, if that's what we're after, if you want players that are going to beat a man and be direct, like, it doesn't get better than Zaha. And now you've put 60 M's. Everton have put 60 M's on Gordon just because they're in a relegation dogfight. They know that they need this player and they're going to have to part with him to stay up. It's going to take an astronomical number, and that's why they've slapped 60 million on him. We can't now go and get Zaha for 50 million. Well, maybe we can never get Zaha for 50 million, but I would have put 60 million on Zaha. I feel like Palace may consider 65 million for Zaha. Whereas now we're haggling for Anthony Gordon for 60 million. This is absurd. This is absurd. Again, if I'm being harsh, somebody let me know, please, because it don't make sense. Make it make sense. Anthony Gordon. The Fofana thing needs to be wrapped up ASAP. Pay the difference. The Aubameyang deal needs to get wrapped up. Pay the difference. And let's take these two players and let's move on. Let's move on with the squad that we have. Keep the players we got in our ranks, and that's it. I do not want to be seeing this transfer going through, but what do I know? Maybe we're going to get him. Maybe he's going to shut me up, and maybe he's going to be an absolute phenomenon. He's going to light the Premier League on fire. Well, let's see. Wait until that happens. Guys, that's pretty much all I've got to say on this. If the deal does get done, I don't think I think I'll just stay silent on the topic because I can't. I've got nothing to say about this transfer if it goes through. And I guess after the first match we see him in, maybe I can make a better assessment. But from what I've seen so far, it's a transfer that we really do not need. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you in the next video in a bit.